Come and see. That's what I can say to you about today's meditation. As we talk about a Samaritan woman with no given name, but has a notoriety that preceded her. Her encounter with Jesus at the well is the central focus of what we have today. The book of John, chapter 4, gives a detailed account of how Jesus deals with people around him on his life's journey here upon the earth. We are reading on day number 143, that book of John chapter 4. And stay with me. But in the meantime, let me give you a rundown of what we are reading today. It is day number 143, and shalom to you. We are in John chapter 4 for identity and mind renewal reading and meditation segment. We are in the book of Psalms chapter 102, verses 21 to 28 for our prosperity and wisdom conditioning meditation. And then we are in the second book of Samuel, chapters 9 and 10 for the formation of God's people reading and meditation. Why do I say I could dwell on the story of this Samaritan woman and Jesus? One of the main reasons and the critical point to me in the course of meditation and studying the scriptures is there are two important things that are happening here. This woman has a thirst and need for water, so she comes to the well. Jesus has a thirst and need for water, and he comes to the well. His disciples, all of them being hungry, having walked some miles, they decide to go into town to go buy some food. And Jesus says to them, it's okay, you can go, leave me here. But when you look at John chapter 4, it says, and he must needs pass through Samaria. There's definitely maybe no reason why Jesus would have passed through Samaria. Jesus was sent to the Jews. So Samaria was not part of Jewish territory. For this woman, a seed of Abraham, Jesus takes a detour and goes to Samaria and sits by the well. Now, there are so many stories in the Bible about the well, from Abraham, Isaac, Moses and Sephora, Jacob and Rachel, Hagar and Ishmael, Isaac digging the wells of his father. You could go on and on. Why am I bringing you to a place where in a meditation segment we are talking about the well, a woman and Jesus? The well is a source of life, so it represents God as our source. The well is a place of fulfillment of thirst, so it represents a place where we find satisfaction. The well by nature is a deep water source, so it's a place that does not talk about surface living. It talks about depth, drawing from within the depth of life, from God because he has depth, from yourself when you dig from within your depth. The well also represents your effort and pursuit. You don't just scratch the ground and find water. Every sign that may point to you that there is water here, whether it's in a desert or whatever place it is, you have to dig and catch that water. And then you contain it or properly dress that particular well so that you can be able to come back again and again to draw water. So there are so many connotations for it. The well is also a place of encounter. We know God as our source or the fountain of life. But if we don't have an encounter with Him, we do not have the life that we are looking for. So if you are looking for divine encounter and transformation, wells and the scriptures that talk about wells are a good source of spending time in devotion, spending time meditating on. The well is a place of transition from one life to another. You may be hidden and then you are revealed. Waters that are in the depths of the ground, they are dug out and brought up and they refresh you. When you think about the story of Mephibosheth, the last of Saul's children or descendants, to whom David said, I would show kindness to, he sought out and brought Mephibosheth to sit at the king's table, coming from a place of no provision, a place of barrenness, a place where there was nothing, into a place where everything was full and there was provision. David he says, is there any that is left of the house of Saul that I may shew him kindness for Jonathan's sake? That's of 2 Samuel chapter 9. But verse 3 says, and the king said, is there not yet any of the house of Saul that I may shew the kindness of God unto him? So this kindness that David was talking about for Jonathan's sake was not just the king's kindness, but it was the kindness of God unto a forgotten and a hidden person who was in a place with no pasture, a place of nothing, a barren place. That's what Lodebar means, where Mephibosheth was pulled out from by David. And if you look at Psalms 102 that we are reading, it is to declare the name of the Lord in Zion and His praise in Jerusalem. This is why God seeks us, that we may worship Him, to declare the name of the Lord in Zion and His praise in Jerusalem. I said, oh my God, take me not away in the midst of my days, or in the midst of my life, in my youthful age, because your years are throughout all generations. You are an eternal God. You do not have any years. But do not take me away in the midst of my years. You are the same, and thy years have no end. So as we worship God, as we seek His favor, regardless of how ostracized we are, how notorious our past may have been, we come to the well. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, that hunger and thirst. The well is not just a place of transition also. It's the well of life in life. It is what you draw from daily. It is what sustains you, inner life and outer life. It is what defines your strength. What waters are you drinking, and what well are you drinking from? What is freshness of that well that is within you? As you take a deep breath in, the breath that came from God, that breath that came as life, the spirit gift and the sacred mystery, that fountain of knowledge and skill, that revealed understanding, as you take breath and you are aware of the things that God has given you in life. Do not allow the world to be polluted by stagnants, to be polluted by throwing contaminants into it, to be polluted by not showing kindness. It doesn't matter what your notoriety is, but God is the well of life for us. We approach Him without reservation, without fear, because His years are throughout all generations. And He wants to show kindness to you and me, to not take us away in the midst of our years, but to give us a hope and expectation and a good end. May the Lord bless you as you read and meditate on the Word of God. Shalom. We meet again on day number 144.